So we're weeks away from the big international competition that we call World Clash 2016. This year, of course, we have changed the format of the Clash, and it's the rise of new champions. And let me explain this before I talk to my guest who's in the studio, right? The rise of new champions is simply this. We're not saying that the sound systems that are contending on the World Clash this stage this year are brand new sound systems, right? By no means are they brand new sound systems. Some of these sounds are sound systems that has been collecting dubs for years upon top of years. When we say the rise of new champions, we're talking about giving new sound systems a chance to win the World Clash title, the highest honor of merit in the Sound Clash arena, right? The World Clash title, the rise of new champions, October the 8th, inside Club Amazura. Now, sitting in front of me, live inside the Irish and Chin studio, the Sound Chat studio, is the sound representing Germany, the Warrior Sound.
Yes.
Welcome to the studio, my brother.
Thank you so much, Jim. Big up each and everybody at Soundchat Radio tuning in to the show. Big up each and everybody here in the studio. It's my pleasure to be here.
Now listen, I'm going to get straight to the point, right? Germany is represented by two sound systems in this year's World Clash. It's the first time ever that two sound systems from Europe has touched down on the, the international stage here in New York. How are you feeling about it? I know that, we had a little thing that we do with World Clash where we don't let anybody else know who else is on the lineup and so forth. Were you surprised when you saw that there was another sound on the lineup from Germany?
Of course, I was a little bit surprised because I never see two sounds from one country in Europe on World Clash before. So I was like, because I know Jugglers very long, like from the Sentinel days, even before from the Rolling Tone days, they played the countryside sound called Rolling Tone. Then from Sentinel, from Jugglers, I know them from Dear One. And I was surprised. It's a good look for Jugglers, and it's a good look for Warrior Sound as well. We are representing Europe at this World Clash this year, and we're gonna, we have to fight each other as well. So that's very good for us, to have a competition in between, because we never had the chance to be on the same Clash stage together and fight each other. But this time, I'm ready for it. And
we'll be seeing some Germany team up, before, team up before the end of the final lap of the Clash.
No, me never team up with.
So you kill Jugglers from start too.
From start, man.
Because the two of them come from Germany.
Yeah.
We might say, you want to come from the same place, so we're going to team up and then later.
Let me tell you this. I don't want them to reach that far. I don't want them to reach the end of the dance. No, man, I want me alone to reach the end of the dance, not anyone else. So I don't care. If I know these people, I know Young Hawk for such a long time. He was the first person to bring me to New York, like in 2009 and stuff. So, but I don't care. It's a clash, I'm there, up there against everyone else. So there's no friendship in this,
What's the Clash vibes in Europe right now? Is there strong vibes in Europe? How do you, for those who don't know about the Warrior Sound and don't know about what's going on in Europe, how do you describe the Clash arena in Europe?
The Clash arena is, in the last couple of years, it went up again. It's like you have some name brand clashes in Europe, like the 1, 2, 3 Badadan in Switzerland, the War in the East, which are like name brand events with the big numbers of attendance and people, like there are like thousands of people at these clashes, and they really have some good vibes. People are into the music. It's mostly sound men in the audience and people who listen to sound clashes for such a long time. So like these name brand clashes are really good. Then you have some other clashes, and they always struggle. Like these smaller clashes, like the not name brand clashes, they have a hard time from time to time. You have some good ones, some bad ones, but the name brand clashes, they definitely have a good time right now in Europe.
When people would look at it and say, well, sound systems from Germany, sound systems from Europe are clashing, right? Can we take it serious? What's the vibe like? For those who have never seen European sound systems clash, what can they expect from you coming into Club Amazura?
Oh, yeah, I'm clashing for like 10 years now, and I really take it serious. For me, this is not the joke anymore. I've been on clash stages with the biggest sounds from Europe and even with the biggest sounds, some of the biggest sounds of the world. So, like, I beat Bass Odyssey in a one-on-one last summer. I beat Aishans. I beat Magash. Magash is well known over here in the US too. I beat them twice already in a 1-versus-1 and this year at the War in the East. So I work really hard for my dubbox to make it work in every part of the world, not just in Europe, but make it work in the Caribbean and make it work in the US. So I will come well prepared to that dance, and I'm sure, people will like what I will bring on the table at October 8th.
Club Amazur, it's World Clash. We're speaking to Warrior Sound from Germany. If you're just tuning in, he will be sharing the stage not only with some international sound systems, but also a sound system hailing from his own country, Jugglers. Now, you and Jugglers have two different styles, I would say.
Yes.
Jugglers have that look of juggling thing there and the look of comedic thing. And I take Warrior to be more of a dub-ready, serious sound. You know what I mean? Do you juggle at all in Germany?
I juggle a lot. Like I play 100 shows a year in the last years. So I've the most famous and best monthly reggae dance that is in Europe. It's my own dance called Jamaican Rum Night at the U Club. That's the most successful monthly juggling dance you can find in all over Europe. There's no other club and no other place no other sound that has a monthly dance which is rum up like the Jamaican Rum Night every month from month to month. So yeah, with juggling, I really juggle a lot, and sound clash is like you can't clash every weekend, so I have to juggle. I play every Thursday night, every Friday, every Saturday. So yeah.
What's the vibes like in Germany right now when they realize that Warrior Sound and also Jugglers is going to World Clash? What are your friends saying? What are the the Clash fans saying in Germany?
Most people said that I really deserve this, and they're really happy for me that I'm at the World Clash, because in the last years, as I said, I beat like most of the major sounds from Europe. And a lot of them said, "Why Jugglers?" That's what a lot of them say. It's not my words, but they say, "Why Jugglers?" They don't understand it.
So who do you think would be a better opponent for you on the World Class stage?
I don't know. They will be a good opponent because they will prepare wicked. They always have their stunts, the gimmicks, as you said. They're like the comedian style. Like that will work well. They know how to do it, and they know how to get a big crowd behind them. So it's a good competition to clash them, and I'm really looking forward to it.
7 sounds on the bill,
yes.
Right? 7 sounds.
Yes.
Well, take you out of it. 6 sounds,
6.
Right? Out of all 6 sounds, which sound that you think that you want to kill?
Young Hawk.
Young Hawk.
Yeah.
Why Young Hawk?
Because I had a clash with Young Hawk in Italy, yeah?
Right.
And the clash had 3 rounds, a 30, a 20, and a 10-minute round. I win the first 2 rounds. He win the 10-minute round. We went dub for dub. It was the longest dub for dub of my life. We went up 10-10. And he won the final song. So after that,
They have a revenge.
So you have a grudge.
Young Hawk.
So when you say you want to kill Young Hawk, do you want to kill them in the early rounds, or do you want to face them in the tune for tune and win back that tune for tune victory?
I don't care. I just want them dead in that night. I want all of the other sounds. I want them dead same way.
Right.
Now, Warrior Sound is representing. It's the first time that you're going to be representing on the World Class stage.
Yes.
There are some newcomers to the stage as well. There are some sounds that's been there before. King Tubby's has been on the stage before. Young Hawk has also been on the stage before. I think there's 1 or 2 sounds. Jazzy T has also been on the stage before. Let me ask you this: for those who who are still wondering about German people and people from Europe playing the music, right? How deep is your knowledge of the music that you compete with?
Actually, I started to listen to reggae and dancehall music at the age of 12. I'm 33 now, so that's 21 years of being a fan of reggae and dancehall music, and like 15 years of selecting it and getting deeper into the culture. So it actually came through the CDs of my father. When I had my first CD player, I went through the CDs of my father, and there was a CD booklet, The Story of Jamaican Music, starting with CD1 with Rocksteady and Ska Classics, going into the 70s, the reggae era, and then to the early dancehall of the 80s and 90s. And that was like the first CD I never gave him back. I get that CD, I never gave it back to him. And after that, I told him, give me more of this music, and he gave me a Lee Scratch Perry box with the old Lee Scratch Perry productions from Junior Mervyn, Police and Thieves and these things, Max Romeo, Chase the Devil and stuff, so that was really like getting me into reggae music. And right now I try to fly to Jamaica every year since like 12 years and spend my time there, my free time in Jamaica, to get more into the sound clash and the culture and everything, cut my dub plates while I'm in Kingston and stuff, and make my links. And also when artists, I work in a big club in Europe called the U Club. We have like big artists and sound systems passing through, and I worked there for 15 years already. So like every big sound and every big artist that is coming to Europe and pass through the U Club, I meet them and make my links with them. So yeah, I really try to get a good inside view of the culture of reggae and dancehall music, and when I'm on stage, I try to represent it as best as I can.
The U Club is definitely a big one. I've been to the U Club, as you know, a couple of times
Yeah.
in Wuppertal, Germany. Ninja, I believe
Yes.
you've been to the U Club
Yes.
as well, right? So those of you who are listening, we're not speaking to a gentleman that knows nothing about the music. The culture is definitely alive and growing all over Europe. And in fact, to show how, you know, connected you are with the culture, it is been known that you are probably one of the first sound systems in Europe to play the Supercat dub plate that everybody went crazy for the other
Yeah.
day.
I was the first one to play it. It was recorded on a Wednesday night in Barcelona, and on the Friday I had the clash with Bass Odyssey. So I was the first one to play it. That was one of the deciding factors to do it and get that dub plate, because I know I will put the world in a shock when I play this. And actually I did it, you know, like the internet was talking about it for a week or even longer, you know, and didn't talk about anything else than Warrior Sound playing that Supercat dub plate. People lost the focus of me winning against Bass Odyssey. They were just talking about that Supercat dub, which was played like in the middle of the dance. It didn't decide the dance and nothing, you know. Like I won against Bass Odyssey in that night, but people were just talking about the Supercat dub.
When I spoke to Cat and I spoke to his management team, what they told me was that you got the dub and other people got the dub after you because they felt that those sound systems deserve to have the dub in their area. So, in other words, Cat was looking for qualified sound systems that he feel is, you know, big sounds, bad sound in order to get the dub plates. And what was Bass Odyssey's face like when you dropped the Supercat dub?
They heard about it before. They knew it. So they played the 45s before, some Supercat 45s, because they knew I'm going to play that. They heard the rumor was going around for a couple of days, so they expected it, actually. But, yeah, I was so busy, like, announcing the tune and then being on stage, I couldn't really watch them fierce. But you can check the video on YouTube, and perhaps you have a close-up from the face of it.
Warriors in the building. We're talking about World Clash 2016, the rise of new champions. Is a champion sound out of Germany. He will be representing on the World Clash stage this year, man. Now, Warrior, if it comes down to tune for tune, right, and you're in the midst, who is the sound system that you would want to share the tune for tune segment of the dance with?
That's hard to say, actually, because I know some of these sounds exist for more than 20, 25 years and have tunes that I couldn't voice, you know, like, and tunes that the people them love. So I would go for one of the more younger sounds in the dub feed up to have an advantage. So if I could decide right now to go dub feed up with, I would pick Jugglers. Because my dub feed up box, you know, like, it's way deeper, way deeper. And they couldn't talk themselves out of it.
Well, people here, when we say rise of new champions, we're not talking about new sounds. We're talking about sounds who have, you hear the man experience with his dub box is ready. He's ready. So it's October 8th. Just come out and say how it's going to be great.
The man has actually been ranked by Supercat.
Yeah.
Supercat said, him not getting an idiot sound, him
Right.
dub plate them. The first sound, and let me say this, man. You playing that dub plate to kill Bass Odyssey caused so much havoc in the world of dub plates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because every sound system was upset with Cat. And, you know, Cat's phone started to ring off. And, you know, people started to say it's biased because Cat go to Europe, go give a dub plate. And you caused that. You caused that.
I caused it. It's me.
And that's a great thing, you know.
Yeah.
To be able to make a mark on the international scene as a sound system that, you know, was the first to play a Supercat dub plate in Europe, which no one can take away from you.
Yeah.
What is a year and a half later? Now you're on the World Class stage,
Yeah.
getting ready to represent Germany in a big way. Gotta say good luck to you.
Thank you.
Also gotta say thank you for passing through. Before you go, just to get people, you know, in the frame of mind that you know what you're talking about and you know the music, who would you say is your greatest 5 artists of all times?
The greatest 5 of all time?
For you, as a dub plate collector.
Butcher Banton, Sizzler, Luciano, Kirpleton, and Barrington Levy.
Barrington Levy. Those are your favorite dub plate artists of all time.
Yeah.
Number in studio 718-554-8598. The Warrior is in the building, passing through. And the man also says that he will not be playing any 45s in World Clash Ninja.
Right.
The man says strictly dub plate.
Right, so I must skip the 45.
Say, nah. But why though? Let me ask you that before you go. Why no 45s?
Rounds are short, There are so much sounds. We're all loaded. You know, like, I just love the dubplate culture. When it comes to
you
sound
just
clash,
for exercise at the plate box. You just
Yeah.
want to show off at the plate box.
definitely. You know, it's nice to play, but it's world clash. This is the biggest clash stage of the world. I don't want to come there and play a 45 or play more than 145. I don't want to do that, man.
So if you're in the clash and you're in a situation where a 145 can get you out of the situation where you're in, you're not going to play it?
It depends on how the other sounds. If the other sounds flop with them 45s, perhaps I show them how to do it and play a 45. But it's not my plan to play a 45.
Okay.
But if I have to teach some liquor sound how to play a
Yeah,
45,
teach
I'll
them.
probably do
All right,
that.
that's
I'll
good.
probably do that.
That's good.
He's going to be on the stage. Of course, we are saying that it's a Euro war because Jugglers will also be on the stage, coming from the same European country, the first time ever, you know, under the US, under the World Clash banner, where two German sounds or two European sounds will face off at World Clash, man. Thanks so much for passing through. And of course, it's going to be a big one, October the 8th, inside Club Amazura.
Right now, after this interview done, friendship done here, so. Because you know, so when I don't want a friendship. So right so at the last friendship, all right?
Yeah,
last talk.
The last talk. After the talk, yeah, we don't know you, all right?
Big up your brethren them and your fans them and everybody
Right.
before you go, man.
Yeah, man. Big up the entire New York family. Everybody from Europe who is listening to. You know, like, big up on yourself. I want to big up my wife. She's always with me everywhere I go in the world. You know, she comes with me and supports me. Like, my biggest supporter is my wife. Big up my parents, my mom. You know, like, I love you, mom. If you listen to Soundchat Radio, I love you. Big up everybody. We love Sound Clash culture and it's rolling out to the World Clash, Rise of the New Champions. I will make your money worse. You know, like, the ticket that you're going to buy, it's worth it. Warrior is in the building and we'll tear down the place for you.
The thing is that you big up your wife, which is good. That means that when you're dead, your wife dead too.
Yeah.
The biggest fun. So when you're dead, the wife. All right. Oh, man.
But when I'm a winner, she's a winner too.
True that.
Big up, man.
Thank you for coming in,
Thank
man.
you
Yeah,
so
man.
much for
Thank
passing
you for
through.
having me here. Big up Irish and Chin.
Soundchat Radio, man. That's what it is, man. It's definitely going to be something big. The rise of new champions. Those of you who love the Sound Clash culture, those of you who are, you know, not familiar with Sound Clash culture, here's a perfect opportunity for you to get familiar. Get involved, right? The rise of new champions. Some new bloods is coming into the industry. Sound systems, of course, with Depthy Box, hungry for international exposure. They're coming from all over the world, whether it be Europe, whether it be Canada, whether it be wherever it is. They're going to be on that stage representing what they do and representing their country's flag on October the 8th, Saturday, inside Club Amazura.